What's happening, guys? Lawson here. So in today's video we're gonna be catching some bass. We're loading up on shiners. We're gonna go catch some bass out of the pond just to kind of take an assessment of what's going on out there. Then we are going to feed the bass with a bunch of shiners and stock some into the pond, get some sick underwater footage of eats of some big fish, and trying to figure out, how big are the bass in there now at this time, because it's been a while since I've really gone out there and fed them and caught some of them to see what they're doing. And that is the plan for today. And unfortunately I already filmed this intro, but the audio from my microphone on my camera for some reason was just so terrible, and it was clipping all the time, but it was really great footage, so I don't want to lose all that. So I'm trying to find the good parts while I edit right now and really strap it together for a great video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I honestly had a freaking hell of a good time filming this. Alrighty. That's a big boy. We got a net full of shiners right here. We're gonna throw them into the pond and see if we can get these bass turned up, because they're kind of quiet for the moment. Okay. I think getting the noise of all the fish flopping in and the scent of a few shiners in the pond should get the bass fired up to kind of get them over here. Oh, I see some scales flying around down there, so one might have got crushed. Oh, he just got hammered. Oh my gosh, right here, ready? Oh, he saw me and he freaked out. Good, he's right here. Watch this. That is so sick. Come here, buddy, come get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, dude. Now that is the size bass we want to see in here. Probably just a 2.5 pounder, but he ate that like a champ, and I know there's bigger fish in here than him, dude. What is so awesome too about this pond, all these fish, man, they are so freaking perfect looking. Like beautiful Florida bass, super dark back, light green colors, amazing fish. There's no really bad marks on them, at least that I see. Like there's nothing wrong, no imperfections. Like they're just amazingly beautiful fish that we have out this pond. And that's been one of the reasons why I've been so cautious about wanting to stock other invasive or exotic species in here, because these fish look so good. Really do want to try to find one of these 4-pounders, 5-pounders that I know that are in here, man. And also, I wouldn't be mad if we got some more eats on the top like that. Oh! Oh my gosh! That fish ate and nearly knocked the rod out of my hand. Oh my lord. This is another big bass. Absolutely insane, absolutely epic. And this one's bigger than the other one just by a little bit, but around the same size fish. And same thing, man, just perfect bass. Like these things have been untouched. No one's really ever caught these things. I've had my cousins came out and caught a few, and we've caught a few over the past few months, but otherwise they are just absolutely perfect looking fish, and that's what makes me so excited. Boom, right there. That is awesome. That is probably one of the bigger ones. Look at the head on that fish. That is a potential 4.5 pound bass. He's a little skinny right now, but these fish get stocked up. That's a potential 4-pounder just from the head size right there. That is awesome to see a fish like that in this little pond. There's got to be a 4.5 pounder in here. I know there is. But that right there was probably a 3.5-3-pounder, and he had the potential to be a very large fish. All right, so I have now clipped the circle hook, so it's basically just like a needle, and we're gonna thread the shiners through there because I want to get more eats and I want to see more of this fish, but I don't want to hook any more of them, and I want them to eat the shiners. So thread is set up, and then I have a GoPro on a pole here that we're gonna set underwater to see if we can get some of the underwater eats as well. I think this should be really cool. So I just laid that GoPro in the water, and there's so many little bluegill, not even little ones, they're big bluegill, coming up and like looking at it and kind of poking their heads, seeing what's going on. And like a 4-pound bass just swam right in front of it looking at it. Something I really should start doing, I should start buying like fish food, like, you know, like cichlid pellets, and start coming out here and feeding these bluegills and getting them humongous, because big bluegills are some of the weirdest looking fish ever. They look like little aliens when they're like giant, you know? There's a big bass patrolling, just waiting for a shiner to drop. That bass was like grossly huge, dude. That was a tank. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're trying to get them to eat off the top, and we've had a few, but they're really not doing it. And it's not surprising, it's literally 11 in the afternoon right now, blindingly bright sun, like no clouds in the sky barely. So they're not real keen on eating off the top. So we are gonna rig an underwater rig where I'm gonna tie a line to the GoPro and basically try to get the shiners to swim in front of the GoPro and get really sick underwater eats. I want to see that big bass on the GoPro, dude. He's gotta be 4+ pounds, which is just epic. You know, to have a bass that size swimming around in our tiny little pond in here, and we want to get him giant, so I want to see him eat some shiners. I call this the Shiner Filmer 5000. Oh my lord. That was a big one. Dude, I have to just watch this back instantly. Oh, he's just cruising around down there still. We gotta get some more in there for him. We'll do one more, and then we'll just throw the rest of the bucket in and try to get at least like 12.5 shiners into the pond. All right, this will be our last boy we're throwing in. Instantaneously. Oh my gosh. That is so badass. Bass that big, just be totally okay with us filming and with stuff like that. And I can't wait if we be more consistent with this, which I never am consistent with feeding these fish. They could become so easy to hand feed, but I think we need to build like a dock out here, which could be a project in the future, and a cool video is we're gonna try to build a floating dock out here one day. But man, is it a good time feeding these bass. All right, we are done doing the little select feedings, and I'm glad we got to show off some decent sized fish and got to see that bigger one eat on the GoPro. That thing honestly is a beast, and it's got me so stoked that there may be one bigger than him in here, and that there's a potential to get a very large bass grown in here. So we got about 12.5 shiners left, and we're just gonna scoop them out with the net and throw them in and have a free-for-all. And hopefully some of them will make it and we can get actually a supply of them, but I think realistically for that to happen, I'll have to dump like 150 shiners in here one day. Oh no, that first one instantly got eaten. All right, here we go. Oh God. This is horrendous. I'm just watching them all getting murdered. Oh, okay. They're literally catching these shiners as they land. Oh gosh, there's like a 4-inch shiner being chased by like a 5-inch bass, really shallow. Let's see if this guy gets caught on the landing too. I didn't see anything eat him. There's like a tiny little bass over here and have like a goby of a shiner that we're gonna throw into little guy. Come on, get him. Okay, we throw in 30 huge shiners and they all get demolished. I throw a 2-inch one in there, not even like an inch-long shiner, and he just like gracefully swims off in slow motion into the bushes. I guess that's life. All right, boys, that is it for today's video. We only have, I think, 4 days or so left in the 30-day challenge here, but even once our 30-day challenge is done, we're still not going to slow things down. I still want to keep moving at a really fast pace with videos, but maybe slow down for a second for the holidays and whatnot. today was awesome. I don't come out to the pond nearly enough. It was fun to get to do a little bit of bass fishing and catch some of them on shiners, even though it's like the easiest way in the world to possibly catch a largemouth bass. But I thought it was necessary to kind of show off the progress of these bass and show how beautiful they are out here. They are like the definition of a Florida bass. Super dark on top, lovely light greens beneath, just beautiful fish, and it's so cool to see some big ones in here. I know the past 2 videos haven't been like on the boat saltwater fishing, but had a little bit of a boat trouble the other day. We're getting it fixed, and we are gonna close out the 30-day challenge with a bang. I don't want to give too much away, but just be ready. We're gonna end it on the highest of high notes of all the videos. At least that's the plan at the moment. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell down below. You guys are awesome. Until the next video, see ya.